Thank you so much for your love and support. This is the third video in our series Kubernetes, What You Were Never Taught. I won't promise you'll love every bit, but I can promise I'll always give it my best effort to make it worth your time. So far, we've covered Kubernetes architecture. We talked about the master node, also called the control plane, and the worker node, also known as the compute plane or data plane. In our example, we had one master and one worker node, but remember the number of these nodes can vary depending on the setup, and the Raft algorithm plays a role in managing that. We'll dive into Raft when the time comes. Previously, we explored the components of the master node. Now it's time to turn to the worker node, or the compute data plane. The main components you should know are white heavy checkmark kubelet, white heavy checkmark kubeproxy, white heavy checkmark CRI, container runtime interface, and there's more working under the hood. CNI plugin container network interface handles networking. CSI plugin container storage interface handles storage. Metrics agents, optional for monitoring and insights. So if I were to put it simply, a worker node isn't just kubelet and some containers. Behind the scenes, kubeproxy, CNI plugins, and sometimes CSI drivers are working hard to ensure networking, storage, and traffic all run smoothly.
Hello, actually I am writing kubectl, but alias is already set with the killer coda, so I can write k also. But for the understanding, for few videos I will stick to the kubectl. Kubectl get node. So here we get control plane node and node 1. Now if I will fire a command sudo systemctl status kubelet, so you will find this service is active and running, enabled and running. So that means the node local agent is alive and reporting to the control plane. But this is control plane only. So I already told you that those component of the worker node will always be present with the control plane also. So this is one proof also. And now I will SSH node 01, which is the worker node, and I'll press Ctrl L. So I will be on the top and I have a big screen to explore. And now I'll fire same command, but in the node 01. So you'll find this is also enabled. And here you can find that Kubernetes. What is the takeaway? Takeaway is that kubelet runs on system device. Kubelet runs as a system device, not a pod. So check it with systemctl on node itself. So in short, kubelet down on the control plane, API server may go down, or kubelet stop work. Kubelet down on the worker node become not ready, and kubelet still works, but node won't schedule work. Think that kubelet is the heartbeat. If it is alive, the cluster listen, and if it is dead, the cluster goes silent. So what is the standard definition? So kubelet, an agent that run on each node in the cluster, make sure that the containers running in up. The kubelet takes a set of pod spec that are provided to various mechanism and ensure the container described in those spec healthy. The kubelet doesn't manage container which were not hit by the Kubernetes. So now we'll look another component that just back with the killer coda, exit that SSH what we have done in node 1, and now press Ctrl L. Now SSH node 01 and CRI-CTL PS means this lists all containers running via container run. Make it little, okay. So you will find a kube proxy. Okay. So we have to discuss for the kube proxy and CRI, container run interface. So I'll make it little bigger. Exit, press Ctrl L, and now I'll fire a command kubectl describe node 0. I'll make it little. So here you are finding kube proxy agent is also running kernel core DNS. Okay, this will discuss a little, but main kube proxy. Okay, I'll make little bigger. I press Ctrl L, and now kube. If you are not understanding command, it's okay. Just type what I am type or what I am copy pasting pods -n. See if I'll find two kube proxy. Okay, so what I do, I will make small changes in the command, and in here I will put -o wide. That's the output wide. So you will find that this is on the control plane and this is on the worker node or node 01. So kube proxy is the network traffic manager on each node, watches the Kubernetes API for service and endpoint object. Set up IP table rules or let for timing IP table rule on the nodes, and make sure sure that the traffic sent to the services, there are many services we'll discuss, but just for understanding or just for a review, make sure the traffic sent to the service is forwarded to the correct backend pod. So you are not getting all this pod concept, so please stay with me. Will little means it's like a Marvel Endgame, Avenger Marvel Endgame. If you start seeing the movies, you will never know what the characters are doing, but Avenger Endgame, then small topic makes a sense at a broad, so you will understanding what Doctor Strange was doing and what was doing, but individually you cannot get much. So have a little patience, will understand pod and all the thing in detail. So CRI, now it's time for the CRI. So I will copy command CRI CTL version. So it's v133.0 quick CTL. So the CRI tool, it's installed. So if I fire this command sudo CRI CTL ps, then it will run container which is formed with the CRI. And if you want to get the then just CRI CTL YAML file. So you will find the container D. So Docker container D will discuss in detail. Okay, just I'll paste. So till now you are not able to get that container D and all things. So just for the perspective of the architecture, you just know these are the things available as a component, and these are with the help of this we can create a pods. Okay, so if you look the architecture here, you are seeing CRI and you are seeing a pod. Okay, so you can correlate it with. So there are few more components which are there in worker node, that is CNI plugin, CSI plugin, and metric agent. So thank you so much for your love and support. If this architecture was not clear to you, then we'll try to make a separate another video for this. But from now, our Kubernetes architecture is completed, and we'll jump to the next topic, and that topic is VI editor, because we'll create a lot of things. So understanding VI editor is very important. So VI editor plus YAML is our next topic. Thank you so much for your love and support, and stay tuned. There is a lot in our series, and as mentioned earlier, it is never ending. So stay tuned and provide your feedback so that we can improve on and we can add a more fruitful content which are not there on YouTube. Thank you so much.